Hi, and welcome to Alaskan in Thailand. Beautiful morning here in Hua Hin Beach. About 6:15 a.m. Yeah, look around. Fishermen coming home. They're out to fishing still. Today I thought I'd tell you all about my electric bill I had to pay yesterday. So I was sitting up in my room. I get a text. She's got my number, so she texts me whenever she has a problem or needs anything, or whenever my bills are due and stuff. So she text. I never know when my electric is due. I know when my rent is due. I got it on the 5th of every month, so I know that now. I got that down, and I'm just going to extend that month to month, and I guess I can just pay the 5th of every month is what it sounds like, and she hasn't told me otherwise. So it's a lot of units. The different levels, they have different people that all the rooms, a lot of them are bought and they just rent them out by private individuals. So they got their own rules and different people to talk to, but this is the lady I talked to. But anyway, she called me down, told me I had a electric bill to pay, and she showed it. She sent me a picture over the phone, and my last bill I got was just for a partial month because I just moved in there, changed rooms, so I was in a new room, and I only received like about a $6 or $7.50 bill because it was only a partial payment of the month. So I didn't use any air con. It was back when it was kind of cool out. I didn't need any air con. Well, it wasn't cool. The heat didn't bother me and make me sweat. Now we're into the hot season, and this will be a full month of my electric payment. And I've been using, starting from actually the last billing period, I've been using air con. Not all the time. I just turn it on when I come in. Like if I've been walking, I come in the afternoon or something, or even evening, if I'm really sweaty, I'll turn it on for a few minutes. Usually no more than just like a half hour, and then I'll be pretty good about it. I shut it off. I've never let it on all day or all night ever. I usually just turn it on, turn it off as I need it, If it gets hot and I feel some sweat coming, which ain't too usually I can just leave my sliding glass door open and enough breeze comes in where I'm pretty cool. I'm sitting there. Lately, though, when I've been exercising, I usually do a no sweat exercise, and I'm doing a lot of sit ups or crunches and push ups and stuff, and it's got it now where I'm not wasn't even breaking a sweat, but now I do, and I'm sweating profusely. So I turn it on when I'm exercising. I keep it low at like 26. I don't know Celsius, but if 26 don't sound too bad. I got a friend, buddy that Australian, he keeps his on all the time. He says he keeps his on 26. I think mine's on 25 maybe Celsius. I don't know Celsius, but it seems to be not too cold. I don't really need it cold, just to cool it off the room, and then that's it for hours. Then I won't turn it on again until maybe I come in again or something, or before I sleep. Lately I've been turning it on, and they don't have the window units here. They got the big box that hangs up on the ceiling. They're very good. They're very, very good. They cool the room off. And if you're in just a studio apartment, it only takes 5 minutes and your room is inside a refrigerator in no time. Really, they are that good. Some bigger apartments, if you have rooms and stuff, they put one in every room so you can have one in your bedroom, that makes sense. And you kind of got to do it too if you have rooms. That's kind of the nice thing to say. Even my studio apartment, when I go into the bathroom, if the bathroom door's been open, it's really hot in there. After just being in, with a little bit of air con out in my room, when I just walk into the bathroom. So that tells you every major room would need one. So it's getting hot. It's the temps for here. I'm on the coast, so I get a lot of breeze here right on the ocean. Even my condo gets a lot of breeze, so that's one thing to consider. It's been in the, I think they calling it 30 or something, 30 Celsius, about 90 or 91 during the day. That's what it's been when I check in the middle of the afternoon. It's been like 91 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe up to 93, 94 or something. And then that's about been the maximum. And that's kind of every day now. The sun is hot. If you go out in it, it feels like, for me, it feels like I'm baking, cooking. I feel it burning. I can't, I go from shade to shade. I can take the cold better than I can take the heat. Although I used to steam, I can take a steam bath. I can take a really, really hot steam bath, like about 300 degrees. We do that. But this sun is so hot. You feel it cooking my skin because my skin ain't getting a tan. I usually just burn and peel and burn and repeat, you know. So it gets red and burns, and my face gets red, and I look like a lobster. I really don't. So I got to watch my skin in this sun. I try not to go out in the afternoon too much. If I don't have to go out, I usually won't. That's my exercise period indoors. And then around 3:30 or 4, when there gets to be some shadows, then I can come down to the beach and walk along the beach because there's shadows and stuff. And then you can go out in the sun or stay in the shadows. So it works out much better doing it that way. But anyway, she called me down and or she told me I had my or my buddy, that Australian guy, he says he leaves his on all day and all night, but he sets it at 26 and he ends up paying like 1,000 or 1,400 a month. That ain't too bad. That's like 40 bucks, 30, 40, 45 bucks a month. That ain't too bad when you consider you're doing uh, all kinds of uh, trying to stay cool, you know, in this hot weather. That ain't really too bad. And the places are pretty cheap too. So they bring a trash truck to pick up trash. The only vehicle you see on the beach here, once in a while. So anyway, then she showed me my bill, and since I've been using aircon off and on, she showed me my bill. It was 1,400. Wow, that's the most I've ever paid, I think, in this time. So since I've been in that place, so okay, I'll be right down to pay it. It wasn't still 45. Would have been $45, or was $45. So I go down to see her and tell her to pay it, and she goes, "Oh, I made a mistake. That wasn't your bill." I was like, "Oh no, what, really?" And she's like, "Yeah, here's your bill," and she handed me my bill. It was 420. And for those that you don't quite understand, that's 3, 6, 9, $12.60. That's for a month, and using my aircon to cool off the room again. So that's, wow. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, $12.60. That was for a whole month of power. I don't seem to get a water bill. I don't know. It must be included with the rent or something, because since I've been in condo chain, I've never got one water bill yet. So I guess it's included. So free water and a $12.60 electric bill. And that's during the hot time of the year. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on a little more than I have been, I think. It wouldn't bother me to spend 1,000 on keeping cool, but I'm not really needing it. I'm not sweating. I'm not suffering because of it. I turn it on when I need it. If I'm sweating, if I'm not sweating, I really don't need it. And I don't need to be cold all the time. I had enough cold in Alaska. But anyway, I just thought I'd share my electric bill and show you guys what it can really cost. If you're kind of frugal, you know, I'm try to be frugal with the aircon. I'm not just crank it on and go to bed or take a nap for 3 hours. I don't do that. I just crank it on, cool the room, and then that's it. I'm good for the day, or good for a few hours at least. They keep the cool, keep the door closed. Them studio apartments can be a blessing if you're trying to maintain low costs. Keep it a studio apartment just for the cooling. Monk feeding the pigeons. He feeds them every morning. I try to give them a donation sometimes when they walk by. But anyway, that's my electric bill for the day, for the month of April. And it's probably going to stay this hot. It might get a little hotter. We'll see. I don't know. If it does, at least I know I can afford to turn it on for another hour or two during the day if I need it. I don't really think I'll need it. But, you know, it's always good to know that you're not breaking the bank if you're turn your aircon on here. I know the power in the Philippines was quite a bit more expensive, and I think I did run up a $30–45 bill a month, and I was being the same frugal as I am here. So for me, this area, Thailand is cheaper. My rent's cheaper here too than it was in the Philippines. I think you could have looked around and found a lot cheaper than I was, but that was what I could find at the time I was there. So gotta love Hua Hin Beach. Well, okay, I'll give you a little quick look around, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for liking. Be sure to subscribe. Bye. See you in the next one.